Oh,
10,
all right.
10 tight minutes, because people need. Hi, Lamont. You got to unmute. Are you unmuted? Can I hear you?
No, you
Unmute.
should be able to.
All right, I can hear you. You can hear me. Okay, all right. Lamont King got on his old. So you said that hat was custom made.
Oh
Where
yeah, this is a boat hat. You know what I mean? This is just what they wear at them old fancy, Kentucky Derby type situations.
have you
Yeah,
ever been to the Derby?
I have not. I've been trying to go for like the last 5 years, and
And this was
then
the year you were gonna go, right?
I was gonna go. This is definitely the year.
That's
I
so
ordered the hat to go. I ordered the hat to go
right,
to the shit.
right. You had your horse and everything.
Well, I didn't have a horse,
Okay.
but I had
Okay.
the long cigar holder and all of that. I was ready.
All right. Where do you get your cigars?
Locally,
Okay.
certain spots around here.
Are they hand rolled, or you just get
Some
like
of
the
them.
Optimo, all the whole
No,
honeys
no,
know?
no, not over the counter.
Ooh,
Not over the counter.
okay. All
I
right.
actually the best cigar. Do you smoke?
No, I do not smoke anything.
Ever, never.
My lungs are like I have the lungs of a 2-year-old baby.
The
That's
best cigar I've ever had was actually in Cuba. It was actually in Cuba.
oh now you flexing. Oh, because
I mean,
Cuba's known for
there
their
was one time I went to Cuba.
the one time you went to Cuba. Did you
Time I
go
went to
during
Cuba.
Obama or did you go illegally?
I went last year legally, right
Okay,
before Trump cut the shit off. Before he cut
right.
it off.
Okay.
But
And,
when I tell
and
you, that was the best foreign trip I've ever taken.
please tell me. Please tell me.
The
'Cause
best.
I probably will not get there. So tell me
That
what's
was
so great
good. No,
about it.
you still can go. You still can go. You just got to do a little finessing. But back then, we ain't had to finesse.
I'm
And it was
talking
the
about
best.
Corona. I
Oh,
probably
well,
actually they probably have the best health care.
no, they're sending their doctor. They sent 300 doctors to Africa.
I
And
know. And
yeah,
Africa's kicking Corona's ass like Senegal. I'm watching like
it's the Cubans.
I
The
know
Cubans, they got the number one. They got the number one per capita doctors in the world.
I know
In the
that's
world.
a fact. All
And they
right,
had
so
the best healthcare. It was the safest place I ever felt in my life. Safest place
really,
ever. Walking the streets with no lights, 4 a.m. Safest place as a black man ever on the globe in my life.
wow.
They don't even really tolerate crime like that. They don't even, if they even
They're
think
not
that they
tolerant.
heard you did some shit, you come up missing.
Oh,
Yeah,
allegedly. I'm gonna
yeah.
help you out. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Okay, allegedly.
I don't
Yes.
know what the laws are. I don't want them snatching you up and you show up missing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Nah.
Putin,
But
if you say something about Putin right now, they send somebody over and put something in your drink,
yeah,
allegedly.
true that.
Or,
Yeah, nice,
we not
nice for that.
so
But nah,
so
it
tell me
was
about how great this trip was and why.
It was well. The people, they're very. I'm a minimalist, or at least I thought I was. Their whole culture and lifestyle is based on moderation. They don't do anything excess. They don't even believe in excess. So just the way they live is meager. It's communism. All right. So if you can get over that mentally and accept that, because some people go in and we want to give you toothbrushes and we know you're living under oppressive regime, and they don't even know what you're talking about because this is just normal to us. They're not
Right.
tripping off all that.
Right. This one chicken in this bag of rice, that's what we've been doing.
That's what we've been doing, right? So once you get over, if you as an American can get over that, you'll enjoy your time there. The weather is crazy. The history is so fascinating. You know how shit just stopped in 1959, and so as far as domestic trade and all that, so the whole thing with the cars is the cars are literally the last year made of
Wow.
foreign cars. So that's why
They
all the
can't
cars.
get cars from Germany. They can't get like Mercedes. They can't get cars from other countries.
Not particularly.
Man,
You may see one or two. You may see one or two for international from companies that they're partnering with or whatever. Like you may see some Russian cars that you ain't never seen before. But those American joints from '59, those are everywhere, and those are the tourist attractions. So that's with all the cab. You in a cab, you in one of those.
right.
So yeah, so it was nice. The weather's nice, and everybody is weirdly enough, everybody is well informed. I'm talking about from the beggars to the bartender. It's against the law to talk about politics. But when we went, Donald Trump is so bad globally, that's all they talk about.
Wow.
So you're not supposed to talk about politics and specifically American politics, but everybody wanted to talk about Trump.
So how
Like
are
they,
they getting their news? So it's not like North Korea and Russia, where you really have or the way America's trying to have a state-run media.
it definitely is.
Okay, so
It
how are they getting their
definitely.
news? Or do they have the internet? Because they don't. That's closed too, right?
Now the internet is just modified. It's monitored. So the internet, right? So they have specific areas where you can get Wi-Fi, and they have state-run like these cards, like these Wi-Fi cards that you got to go to the bank buy, and then you go sit in the park on the internet. And it's not super fast, but it slows your life down because
Mm,
you know how we just every minute, every day. Now you got to plan. You got to plan a trip.
plan your internet bill.
Yeah, you go
Okay.
sit out at the park and wait for it to load, and you got an hour, 2 hour. You can buy it by the minute, and
Wow.
you can buy it by the minute. If you need 7 minutes of internet, you can go get it.
Okay.
And so I didn't really, I uploaded video and all types of stuff, so I didn't really find anything that was blocked. But I'm sure they have restricted access to some
Mhm.
stuff. They have one news channel, one newspaper,
Right.
one national soda, one national water, one national beer.
Okay.
Just that's it.
Got
Ain't none of that.
How's
Yeah,
the food?
the food, like I said, is modest. So depending on what spot you fall in, it might be some super cheap, super small, or if you go into a spot where you're spending some real money, it's all going to be small, but you can tell it's a little higher quality. But
So
everything is
not a lot of obese people.
not no every. That's probably the most beautiful people I've ever seen. Like all ages, men and women. Like I'm like, where? What are y'all? Y'all like
What are you?
you
Oh, your skin
indigenous
is lovely.
Indians from the mountains. Like what are you? And everybody's clean cut. It's a barbershop every 12 feet.
What?
So the look of the men is clean cut. They don't do no facial hair, no facial hair, and that all every damn near every woman look like a Cuban video model. Like every woman,
Wow.
like she could be scraping coconuts, and she looked like she was in somebody's video.
Queen Sono, something.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. It was an amazing time, and it was like it's just so much. It was rich in history, and like they kept saying Cologne, right? I was like, you know, they're telling history of Cologne, Cologne, when Cologne came, and I was like, I had to ask on one of the tours. I was like, who is this Cologne person? They was like Christopher Columbus. I was like, oh,
That.
so yeah, right. So he was allegedly he came there before he came
Yeah.
to
But he never made it to America.
right.
He was there.
So
That's
he
when he took back the Taino Indians to Queen Isabella. He's the one that started the transatlantic slave trade, picking
right,
up those people.
but I didn't realize it was Cuba. Like
Right.
I knew the history, but I didn't realize it was Cuba. And so
Hispaniola. Was it
so
no? No,
he
it was Cuba. You're right. You're right.
well no, it was
Hispaniola? No, it was Cuba.
uh,
All right,
that's
we'll
I
Google
had
search.
all yeah, I
You
had the
point
whole
out,
history.
get in the comments and give
Yeah,
us the
yeah.
correct
I had
information.
the whole history, but I don't want to say it wrong.
Okay.
Um but he's such a big figure there. That's allegedly that's where his body's buried. I didn't even know that.
Interesting. Can we dig it up and kick him in his? No, anyway,
Right,
kick him in his nuts,
exactly.
in his decomposed nuts. So let me ask you about the cigar. So where did you go to get the cigar? So those and how much did it cost?
So I went to the national factory. It was called the Cigar Nacional. It's one of their. It's a museum, but it's actual store or whatever. And I'm a pretty, cultured individual. I'm a hustler. So I go to the gift shop, and I'm like, I'm not doing none of that. I watch YouTube. I'm not doing none of that. So we walk down the hallway, and I know 4 Spanish words. So I'm talking to my man, and we
What are they?
pantomiming and playing
Gracias.
taboo, just everything. Just it's a lot of taboo, like cigar, cheap paquito.
Un poco. Right.
So long story short, he pulls us back into the factory, no English, and I ain't got no Spanish. He pulls us back in the warehouse. I mean, like the storeroom, and he's selling us joints before they get the tag.
Mm.
So he's selling us joints that ain't even in the. So whereas in the gift shop, a box might have been 500. I got a box of
$100.
$500. I got a box of Cohiba Torpedo, like 7 to 9 inch box of 25 for $60.
16.
60.
60. Were you able to bring it back to America without hiding it in your underwear?
Not a problem. It was so easy. I contemplating going back the next week to Cuba to get a suitcase. They do not check leaving Cuba. They don't give a damn about nothing.
What?
And he sat there. He said, "Watch." And he cracked the little custom sticker, put the sticker on it. He said, "Now you're good." So I came back the next day and I bought 2 more cases, and we flew out the next day. and I put on Facebook, I got Cuban cigars. I sold them for $30 a wop.
Did
By the
you?
time I landed, I was sold out.
Oh, so you could have a whole bit. All right. So let me ask. So I
Before
don't
Trump
smoke.
shut it down.
I've never smoked anything, not even nothing. Right.
Mhm.
I tried my mother's cigarette when I was 5, and I didn't like it. So that she used to smoke, and both of my parents smoked. So I tried a cigarette at 5. I got one puff in. I was like, this is nasty. So I've never smoked anything after that. What is the difference between a Cohiba in Cuba and what you smoke in in the United States?
Great question. So it's kind of like champagne or scotch. They had trademark on the seed. So it's grown in a special, it's a special type of seed, which grows into a special type of leaf under a special type of soil, under a special type of sun. So you get a taste.
There ain't no such thing as a special type of sun. There's
Yeah,
only one
no,
sun, son.
no,
This
no,
is
no, no.
one sun.
What I'm saying is that latitude with the
The
moisture of
longitude. What?
the, the wind
So
current,
they're measuring that?
all of that factors in. So
Okay.
with the current of the wind in the Caribbean, the moisture in the air year round, the year round temperature, the year round humidity, moisture, all of that, the soil, the richness of the soil, all of that factors in. So when the US did the embargo on Cuba back in '59, the company licensed out its seeds. So they sold the seeds. So you can get Cubans, you know, that were, if you read it, it's a Nicaraguan or Dominican.
Mhm.
Those are the plantations
Right.
growing the seed
From there.
from there. So it's the same, but
But
it's
it's
different.
not the same.
Not the same.
And that was the best cigar you ever had.
That was the best one. And the cab driver gave it to me for free.
What?
He,
Okay. So we're gonna whenever COVID-19, whatever this is, lifts, I do plan on traveling.
yeah.
Trump ain't gonna be president forever. Please, Jesus. Lord. Please, I hope. Right? Whoever the next president is probably gonna have relationships
Right.
with Cuba again. I want to go to Cuba with you because you are a lot of fun to hang out with, and then I speak more Spanish than you do,
Oh yeah. Okay.
and
Yeah.
just a little bit, and then let's do that. Let's take like a month,
It's a
and like like I'm serious about this.
because I went for a week and it was, I mean, it was just so like it was restful, it was fulfilling. I came back, my face
Okay,
was all gaunt.
I
I
need
was
that. I need
just,
that. All right.
man,
So the hotel.
I got a sunburn from then that I still got, and that's 2 years ago.
Wow. Well, you are light skinned today.
Because I was just standing out in the
You're
water
very
and I
light.
didn't really
You're very light, Lamont. You're damn near white. I can see how that can happen.
I got a farmer's
Yeah,
tan with a
of course.
beard.
You don't have enough melanin to help you. I see how that can happen. So,
Yeah. I fell asleep on the beach and I had the wife beater and the line.
well, no, we call
Yeah.
those tank tops because
Yeah.
you're beating your
Oh,
wife. Yeah,
yeah.
all of these things now we have to be very mindful of because the police are out there. The thought police and the word
Yes.
they
True.
will get you, even though of course you don't mean that.
Right.
These are just colloquialisms.
Right.
All right. Last thing, the hotel. What was the hotel like?
Oh no, I did Airbnb. We roughed it.
Oh,
Yeah, we was in somebody's crib and it was super nice.
was
I
it
mean, the building was 150 years old and
hot water?
and everything. Oh man, it was AC, central air. Like it was the inside was just rebuilt. Now you had to crawl up 5 flights ducking because the way the building is built.
Okay, and so
Yeah, so
I would really have to. I'll turn up into a hunchback.
full sweat, no elevator, none of that. But but the apartment we had a penthouse, so vaulted ceilings, everything's brand new, safe in the room.
Okay.
You know, everything. They had a balcony. Oh, it was
Oh,
amazing.
okay.
We got lucky.
All right. So
Airbnb, but they got hotels. They got decent hotels. They just look old as shit. They
right.
just look old.
Well, because 1959 was a long time ago. I wasn't here.
Yeah.
Wasn't here. We weren't. Neither one of us were. We weren't even thought about.
So they don't really have like rebuilt new stuff. They don't have a lot of new stuff.
Okay. All right.
But it's like a time capsule, and it's the safest place I've ever been ever.
So I would like to travel with interesting people and film it. So that's what we're gonna do. I think it would be off the chain because you're a complete nut. And I appreciate it. So tiny kitchen, tiny closet, which is what you're in now.
Tiny travel.
Tiny bathroom. We're not doing
tiny travel. No, tiny travel.
No, we're not doing tiny travel. I'm too big for that. But my ass is too big. All right, but on Spotify, tell people where they can reach you on Spotify. What you got going? You got
I got some crank. I got the crank calls on. It's called Crayon Smith. Get Rich or Die Laughing. Who the hell is
Crayon
Lazy?
Smith,
Crayon Smith.
SMIFF.
The playlist. Yeah. You listen.
Playlist.
If you look for Lazy Lamont crank calls, it'll come up. So
And
LAZ.
lazy is not spelled normal either because he was too lazy to spell it correctly to get people. What the hell is wrong with you, Lamont?
Hey, I didn't make
LAZEE. What is that?
LAZEE Lamont, and it'll come up. Crayon Smith crank calls, hilarity, Spotify, Pandora, a lot of fun stuff. Stream it. You can stream it right to your device.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll see you next week in them Sirius XM streets.
Okay.
I appreciate you.
Now you sure? Oh
no, I'm not.
Right. Okay.
I'll call you.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Bye, Lamont.
All right.
I'll see you next week anyway. I'm gonna check in with you one way or the other.
Yes.
All right. Follow him on Twitter at Lamont, Mr. M.R. Lamont King. All right. You can follow me at Karen Hunter.